Welcome into the Cactus Golf Podcast, episode number 18. We had a fun week of golf this past week. Some interesting topics. We got some Liv, Rory, Patrick Reed drama. We had a good tournament in La Jolla. What'd you see?
I saw a lot of green this week.
A lot of green?
I saw a lot of green this week.
You didn't play golf this week.
No, I not. And if
Not
I did,
that kind of
I
green?
wouldn't see any green either. And Max Homa saw some green this week as well too.
Max Homa saw some green.
He saw some green not only in a PGA Tour event, but also in a local skins event too as well.
He did.
No, what do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the drama first?
We can go with the drama. Yeah, so this, what was that, Thursday, Friday, I think?
It was the
Or
first.
probably Wednesday, maybe. Almost a week ago now.
Yeah, because it was also
prior
the
to
time
the
change
tournament.
too, because it was overseas in Dubai.
So, yeah, when Patrick Reed, quote-unquote, threw a tee at Rory while they were on the
More
practice
like tossed
range,
a
it
tee
was
in the vicinity of them.
just so overblown.
Yeah.
Just that's the biggest takeaway. It's so overblown.
Yeah.
And I'm not picking a side, I don't think, but did you see like Rory said about it and everything, like what the lead up to it basically was?
Oh yes. He got he served him on Christmas Eve.
His lawyers,
house.
I don't think it's serving. It was like they gave him a subpoena at his house on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I don't think it's technically serving.
You serve them like they're.
Well, it wasn't like a somebody. It was like his lawyers. So I don't think that. Maybe that is. I don't know. Give him a subpoena at his house on Christmas Eve.
I saw someone made a video or a picture, and it was a Domino's delivery guy, and it was like how Patrick Reed snuck the.
I saw
papers
one also
into-
that they tried to serve Tiger as well at his house.
Really?
And his like security just like said, no, get out of here. I saw that.
Jesus.
So that's hilarious. Going for the big dog too is a bold move. But I also saw that, again, I don't know if it's true. I saw on Twitter somebody's like speculating that they don't, because Patrick Reed's in all of these lawsuits.
Yeah.
And they speculated that Patrick Reed probably doesn't even know about all of them, which is honestly somewhat likely because, I mean, he has a legal team that probably does all this stuff behind, like I'm sure they tell him about it at some point. They did some briefings and whatnot, but there's probably some strategist that's like, hey, we're going to go down this route, and then he doesn't even know like the timings of it and all that of like, hey, we're going to do this, that. It's like, okay, because they're just looking out for his best interest, and they think that they're doing the best interest by doing all this stuff. So it's a possibility they didn't even know about all of those details. But Rory's just like, he said that like, well, because you guys gave me a subpoena on my house on Christmas Eve, I'm just not even going to acknowledge that you're there. And it's like, well, that's kind of childish too. Like, come on now.
Yeah, they're both childish. The whole thing is very childish. I mean, I think just the interaction, I think the intentions of Patrick Reed were well. He was going over there just to, say hi.
Somewhat petty, maybe.
Maybe. I have
Somewhat,
no idea.
Somewhat.
I have no idea. I in my opinion, it seemed like the way he made it seem, which of course he's going to make it seem this way, and of course Rory's going to make it seem the other way. But, how I interpret it was he went over there just to, say hi to everyone, wish them all a Happy New Year since he's last seen everyone. And as soon, you can see in the video, like as soon as Rory sees Patrick walking over there, he like bends down and crouches down and like puts his back to him.
They said he was working on his TrackMan, I think.
Yeah.
Tinkering with his TrackMan.
And he didn't even turn around or acknowledge him or anything like that. So, Patrick just pulled out his 4 aces tee and kind of just threw it in the air.
In the direction.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even like he didn't hit him.
It was
or
not
anything.
like he wound up for like a 102-mile-an-hour fastball at Rory. I mean, he literally just like tossed it at them. So
how you would toss a tee, like if you're mad at your driver or something, you just like throw it away.
I toss my tee
Well,
pretty more
maybe
aggressively.
it could be a
I
little
think
less
it's a
than
little crow hop and a
I don't know
step.
crow hop.
But it was more of a kind of it was kind of smug a little bit. It was kind of like, yeah, this is it. Like, what's up? Like,
I don't know if I got that impression.
It was kind of like I'm making a ton of money right now. Like, I'm doing good. Like, you keep talking crap about this league. Like, kind of like
it's also like you knew that was coming. You knew he was going to be there at the tournament.
Yeah, of course.
You knew you're in Dubai, like in Dubai, and then all the live golfers are there. something's going to happen, like some kind of interaction.
Yeah.
And to just not even, if for one, so it's kind of like a political thing if you look at it that way. So Patrick Reed going over there, he's doing the PR stunt. He's going to go try and make everything look all good and dandy in front of the camera. And Rory has a chance to like just reciprocate it and be like, okay, they're putting on a good show for everybody. But Rory, it just blows up. Like, you could have looked like the good guy here, but you looked like the bad guy because you're like, you know, trying to hide from it and whatnot, and like you're making it so much worse. He could have made it look better, but he lost that round, I think.
I think in the end of it, it was all way over.
It was definitely
proportion because this industry loves drama because it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
The drama is, oh, so-and-so didn't make the cut this week. That's like the drama that this industry has been used to. Now it's like, oh my gosh, people don't like each other. This is fantastic. Like, we're just going to feed off this, and we're going to pump new stories out every single couple hours. And, you know, it was way overblown. Whatever. But it was exciting to watch at the same time.
And they also finished 1-2 in that tournament.
It was exciting.
Yeah, Reed, I think they were going back and forth most of the tournament. For who had the lead, they were going back and forth, and Rory eventually came out on top. So that was interesting.
He did.
So then that was the Rory Reed drama. We got another quick one. We're going to go over a quick top 20 recap of like the FedEx standings real quick. See where we're at before we start getting really the meat of the schedule here. So see where everything's at. So I got a few notes here. We got to go over the top. Let's go to the top 10 real quick.
Okay.
Where we're at. John Rahm, number 1. He has a slight lead over Max Homa still, even after that win. Keegan Bradley, 3. Tom Kim, Seamus Power, Tony Finau, 4, 5, 6. Siwoo Kim, Taylor Montgomery, shout out again, 7, 8. Brian Harmon, Mackenzie Hughes, 9, 10 right now. So kind of some surprises, obviously, with Montgomery. Seamus Power up there. Keegan Bradley he lost some weight. I was seeing he lost about 10, 20 pounds, I think, over the offseason. So looking a little sleeker.
Yeah, I mean, there's I don't know. We'll go right into the takeaways if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, you said it earlier. This is before we're going into the meat and potatoes of the season, right? So there's a lot of names on here that probably won't be either on this top 20 list or they're going to fall back on this list. Because if you look at this, I mean, I got 4 names here that aren't even on this list that I was like, I'm surprised about, mainly because they haven't played that much, right? They've only played a few tournaments here and there.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. 8 of the top 10 have won a tournament, which is just kind of how it works, the scoring system, right?
Correct. So Scotty Scheffler, not even on the list. He's 35th on the list right now. So my prediction within the next month, 2 months, he's going to be on the list. He's going to be probably closer to the top 10. Patrick Cantlay, not even on the list. 38th on the list. Xander Schauffele, 43rd on the list. Victor Hovland, 48th. Just some of the bigger names that aren't even cracking the top 20 just yet. Again, they haven't played that much right now. And they're coming into the swing of things where a lot of tournaments come up where the players are required to play these tournaments. So we're going to see a little bit of a shake-up, in my opinion, and I think it makes sense. Within this top 20 FedEx Cup standings right now. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I think I got a couple notes here, just like I think one quick one was I think Keegan Bradley's going to fall out.
Yeah.
I think actually we're going to go over like what they think is going to happen in the next month. I think actually Rahm's going to stay at 1. I mean, he's just at an elite level right now.
Yeah.
He's at an elite level. I think he's going to stay at number 1 for the next month. Rory, like we said, is not. I think you mentioned him. Yeah, is not up there yet.
I forgot to. Or no, he is. He's number 19.
He's 19, but he's only played one event.
Correct.
And he won it, the CJ Cup.
Correct.
So he's won 1. So I had that note here.
Yeah.
He is he only played one event. Rest of the top 20 has played at least 5, except Rahm, who's played 4.
Yeah. At least.
Yes. And then a lot of those guys are like 7, 8, 9 events.
Taylor Montgomery's 10.
Yeah, 10 events.
Yeah.
So that's kind of impressive already being up there, only playing that one event, winning it.
For sure.
And he won that last one in the DP World Tour last week. So he's going to be in the fold here soon, climbing the ranks. I think he'll be top 5 in the next month. I think as good as Montgomery's been, he's going to drop out of the top 20. He's currently 8th.
Yeah, I think he gets a win under his belt. And it's hard to say. As a rookie, first season, he's performing extremely well. And
it's not even that I think he's going to play worse. It's just that I think the fields are going to get more tough. And not this week. I don't know. I don't think I saw his name this week.
No,
not playing this week. So it's a weaker field this week because I think they're preparing for the waste management.
Yeah.
They're gonna, there's gonna be a lot stronger fields for those mandatory events. So I think that's just gonna kind of catch up to people as well.
I agree with you. I think I agree with you. I think someone who is also going to fall off that list, Tom Kim.
Think so?
Yeah. I don't see him. I think at least the top 10 minimum. At least the top 10 he's going to fall off.
Yeah, I mean 10 is going to be tough to maintain, but I mean I think he's shown a good game. I mean I think he's got one win. He's got 3 top 10s under his belt. Only
correct.
6 events, whereas a lot of people have 7, 10 events. So
yeah, I don't see him.
I think the experience might come into play more. He's definitely played with some big names at the President's Cup a few months ago. So he's played with the big names, maybe the experience factor coming into the meat of the schedule.
If we look at the spread too, I mean he's only like barely over 100 points before exiting the top 10.
Yeah.
So it's tight. It's a tight window. Like besides, it's kind of actually if we look at it, it's like Mackenzie Hughes number 10 at 659 points. Then you got Rahm at 1260. So double of what Mackenzie Hughes is. So Rahm, Max Homa, and Keegan Bradley, I would say, are more of a little bit up there in a sense. That rest of that group, it's 797 through 659. So it's tight. A lot can happen. A lot can happen pretty quick. So I do think Tony Finau is going to climb a little bit more.
Yeah, he's 6 right now. I think he'll probably hang around there, probably most likely. I mean, again, it can swing a lot week to week. So, but over a month, it'll kind of even out a little bit more. But yeah, I think
we'll have to take a note and come back here in a month and
I might have to take a screenshot or something here real quick.
See what I save all my notes and the photos in my notes. We'll just come back on this episode and we'll compare and see what happened a month from now.
Yeah, so that's what we think where we're at right now, where we think might be heading here in the meaty section of the schedule. Let's go ahead and get into, if I can get out of this real quick. Let's go ahead and get into the farmers insurance recap.
We are farmers.
Did I do that right?
Yeah, that's good. Like we said, Max Homa coming up clutch again. 13 under, had a fantastic win, his 6th tour win, 6th victory, and this is his 4th in the state of California, his home state.
Yep, 2nd this season already.
Correct.
He won the Fortinet back to back. He won that last year or this year.
Yep. Yeah. So it's exciting to see. I can't believe four of his 6, two-thirds of his wins
carry the 2. Yep.
Are in his home state. That's kind of cool. I mean, it helps when your home state hosts a lot of golf tournaments, obviously, versus like if his home state's in Rhode Island. But that's kind of cool to see that. So, what else? What other takeaways do you have from that one?
Well, you mentioned it. He immediately flies to Phoenix on, what was it, Monday?
He probably flew back Sunday night or whatever, yeah.
And wins a local skins game for $400.
So he wins.
Where was it, Papago?
Papago Park, a local muni. So he wins, what, $1.2 million on Sunday or whatever the payout was? Actually, I have the payout right here. He won $1.6 million. Okay. I'll round it there. $1.6 million, and then he goes to a local skins tournament and wins $400. 400 smackaroos.
It's also kind of like crappy though, because he took away $400 from somebody else.
A little bit. He only won by 1 stroke. Too.
I know. I saw that.
He actually played better last in the tournament than he actually did at a local municipal course. Another funny thing too is like someone commented and it was like he barely won his greens fee back on that course because that course is like almost $200 to play right now. So it was pretty funny to see that. Did I want to mention this one? But Jason Day finishing in the top 10. It's your favorite guy, man.
I said I'm not going to bet him.
I said I'm not going to bet him either. But I'm just saying. It was just.
You like to do those top 5s, and it would not have paid out.
No, it would not. They would have. I mean, they predicted him to be up there though. Jason Day.
Yeah, that was a good course fit from what I saw. So. Yeah.
Even Ricky Fowler was up there too.
Fowler is actually kind of up there in the FedEx too, as I saw. Where is he at? But I think he's played a few. He's played 6 times. He's 21, so right outside the top 20.
It's kind of cool to see. I'm watching a YouTube video right now, and these guys that are playing with Ricky Fowler. It's cool to like kind of hear him just kind of hear him speak of like some of the things that he did when he was younger, or in all the orange outfit and everything, and like ask him why he did that. He's like, I was just being myself, you know.
And the flowy hair.
Yeah, he used to be in ride motocross.
Yeah.
So
he did golf and motocross at the same time back in the day. Yeah.
And so he was kind of trying to bring that crazy, vibrant colors into the golf space too. So kind of fun to watch that.
Yeah.
So.
And so back to Max Homa. You mentioned 4 wins since, what'd you say, 2020? I think.
4 wins in the state of California.
4 wins in the state of California.
6 total.
Tied for 3rd for most wins since May 2019. Kind of an arbitrary cutoff, but since that point,
so that's weird.
May 2019 has 6 wins since then. Tied for 3rd most with JT and Rahm, and then Rory has 8, Cantlay 7. So since May 2019, it's kind of the meat of the schedule.
Yeah.
Basically the meaty schedule of the PGA season over the last 3 years. Right, going into the 4th year.
Yeah.
He has tied for 3rd most wins. So pretty good company there.
I would agree. You have anything else before I go into our 2 truths and a lie?
I just wanted to go. Sam Ryder kind of he was gunning for the win, man. Going into Sunday, he was in a good spot. But he had the freaking wolf pack behind him, man. He had Morikawa, Rahm, Homa was there.
Homa.
I think you're hearing me wrong. You said that last time.
We'll go ahead and replay this right here.
Homa was there.
And we're back to it.
I think no, I said Homa. Homa.
We'll replay
and then like Sungjae Im was right there. I mean, there were some freaking top golfers on his heels. Finau was around there. He was they had 3 threesomes in the final day, so he had 2 golfers he was playing with that are top like 10 golfers in the world. He's trying to fight off. So he for the most part held him off until he double bogeyed the 15th on Sunday. You got
to go back to your impressed and depressed posts.
Oh yeah,
yeah, or at least for the podcast. Because I'm curious, who was would he be the depressed one? He didn't make it.
I mean, he was like top 5.
Yeah, I know.
I got it right here. He was tied 4th. I mean, shoot.
Yeah, but
I'll say impressed for Jason Day.
That's fair. That's fair. I wonder who missed the cut last week. That was a big one. Did Jordan Spieth play last week?
I don't believe so. I don't remember the name being on the list there.
I'm gonna pull it up and.
But I can tell you there was some miscuts here. Zalatoris missed the cut. Little shaky hands.
Another video emerged again about his shaky hands.
We saw that. He made the putt on the shaky hands.
It's tough to watch that, man. It's really tough.
Zalatoris missed the cut. Let's see who else here. I think that's the biggest name I'm seeing here. For depressed.
But Cameron Young missed again.
Cam Young, okay.
I thought I saw something about. Maybe I'm wrong here. I thought I saw something about Jordan Spieth missing the cut. But was that the previous week that he played?
Yeah, he was tied for the lead the first round.
That's right.
And then he just blew up
last
week and then missed the cut. That's right.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, I'm seeing Zalatoris is the biggest name missed cut this past week.
That could be the depressed.
Sure.
Old shaky hands. All right, you ready for your 2 truths and a lie?
Give it to me.
So we're having repeat winners here, so I gotta dig stuff up to find something about these people. So I've got 2 truths and a lie, and one of them I feel like is pretty easy, so I feel like you should be able to eliminate that one pretty fast. So my first one is he enjoys tweeting during his free time.
Well, yeah.
That's second one is he was assigned a caddy when joining the PGA and has played with him ever since. And the third one is he always carries 2 coins with him. Which one's false?
The second one was the lie.
Why do you say that?
I think it's more plausible that you keep 2 things with you.
2 things?
2 coins. 2 coins.
2 coins?
Yeah.
Instead of 1 coin?
I don't know. Maybe you get mad and throw it like a tee.
So you have an extra one, I guess? Gotcha. All right. Well, yes, that is the lie. Now, you just kind of guessed on that, but that's fine. So the enjoys tweeting during his free time is very true. He has some funny tweets, especially his roasts of people's swings are hilarious. Really funny. But someone also tweeted at him and was like, Max Homa looks like a guy who always loses his keys And then he tweeted back, and he was like, "Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm at your mom's house." It's just so stupid. But anyways, he had one tweet that I liked. This was from 2017, and it didn't age very well because now he's falling out right now. But he said, "I had a few caddies hit me up recently hoping to team up. They heard they usually get the weekends off, which apparently is a good selling point." That was pretty funny. The second one, which was the lie, he was not assigned to caddy when he joined the PGA. He met his caddy when he was 6 years old. That's kind of crazy. 6 years old? That's wild. And then he does carry 2 coins with him. One coin is from 1991, the birth year of his wife, simp. And the other is from 2018 when he got his yellow lab. What do you think his name is, Yellow Lab? Think of a golfer. What does a golfer name his dog?
I have no idea.
Scotty.
Nice.
Yeah. Very,
Scotty.
very, very original there.
So original.
Yeah. So that's our 2 truths and a lie. I need someone new to win so we can get some new information.
Yeah, we better not have any of those Tiger Woods seasons. We got like 7 wins.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, what color bed sheets does he have?
Exactly. What is the last 4 digits of his social security number? We're getting too personal.
Does he like
here.
Crest or Colgate?
Yeah, seriously. It's getting a little too much. I'm gonna have to start DMing them, be like, what's something you've never told anyone at this point?
Wears the same socks for every tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's getting a little wild. So, all right, that's my 2 truths.
All right, so let's go into we got the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. It's freaking disappointing, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Freaking disappointing.
We don't have a very good field.
Yeah,
I mean,
the format's weird too.
Again, another multi-course event,
Yeah.
which is again another weird one, but whatever. And it's only 23 of the top 100 in OWGR in the field, 7 in the top 50. So it's kind of disappointing. We have got some kind of celebrities obviously going for the Pro-Am. And also
Josh Allen's playing.
Josh Allen's
he called off this Pro Bowl, but he's playing this weekend.
I'd rather freaking play golf here too than go to the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl's stupid.
Someone was like, "That's like the equivalent of us calling off of work to go golf," and it's like, well, that's what he's doing here.
Kinda. It was like the work Christmas party or something to go golf.
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
So the 2021 winner is Tom Hoagie, and again he's playing again this week, so he has a chance to defend his title there. But yeah, again another weak field. There's some players out in the DP World Tour that also took away from this event a little bit too, and it's just a non-mandatory event, so people are again gearing up for that mandatory event next week. So
Correct.
That's kind of the story here. Again, 3 courses: Spyglass Hill, par 72. They're all pars. Or no, Pebble Beach, Golf Links, par 72, and then Monterey Peninsula is 71. They're all 7,000 yards or shorter. You said 6,800. I saw 69, somewhere around there.
Yeah. For which one?
For Pebble Beach and Monterey. I saw
Monterey got like 68, 67, which is
okay.
Right there.
67, really? Okay.
68, 67.
Okay. I thought you were like, okay.
Yeah. The fact that, again, 3 different courses. The format, again, with the whole Pro-Am is interesting, too. There's only 2 formats like this a year. This is the second one. I forgot which one was the first one. I didn't remember us ever even talking about it, so we missed it, apparently.
I remember talking about it, but I forget which one it was.
But, so yeah, there's 156 professionals in the field that we pair with an amateur. I love this thing I found off the internet. We pair with an amateur, celebrity, or a successful businessman. That's literally what it says.
Sure.
Successful businessman. Okay.
I bet they don't like that. I bet they would like to be called celebrities.
Probably.
Or like,
just like,
I'm known, right?
What is that word?
People know me.
What is that? Starts with the M. Mongol?
Oh,
What is that?
mogul?
Mogul, yeah. They're probably like something like
Business
that.
mogul
yeah,
or something
exactly.
like that. I was in the Forbes top 7,000.
Yeah, exactly.
You should know my name.
I paid $3 million to put my name in the Forbes top 50 under 30 with red hair edition. So stupid. But it is pretty interesting, the whole thing, and I don't know. We'll see. Like you said, the field is trash. Purse is $9 million. So
yep, $9 million purse.
The favorites, at least some. I mean,
there's definitely some big names, but again, it's just like a very short list.
Yeah. So the favorites right now are, last I checked, were Matt Fitzpatrick and Jordan Spieth at 1,100.
I think Spieth came out immediately as the solo favorite, but I think it quickly adjusted. Yeah, they're both the favorites.
Who do you got this week?
So I'm putting my money on Seamus Power.
Seamus.
He got out to a blistering lead last year, and then kind of tanked the final. I think it was the final 2 days. He was set the course record, or I think the first round record or something like that last year, and then I think he was back to back 64s, and then kind of tanked. So kind of think he takes it the distance this time.
Takes it the distance. Okay. My prediction is one of the favorites. It's Jordan Spieth. I like Jordan. I like this information I found. So he has played at Pebble Beach every season since 2013. So this is his 10-year anniversary consecutive. And not only has he won there, he's never missed the cut there, and he's got 5 top 10 finishes, including a second place and a T3. So
I think it's his sponsor too, AT&T. So he shows up for a sponsor. You got to rep the brand.
Got to rep him up, man. So I'm going Jordan this week.
Fair enough. All right, go ahead.
All right, betting corner. So you're just like, all right, go ahead, just get to it. So I had a pretty good week last week. I had 2 bets hit. So I had my Sahith Theegala. I had him top 10. He finished T4. And I had Max Homa top 5. Obviously, he won. I had some that were freaking close, too. My parlay was close, man. I had Morikawa top 20, Rahm top 5. Morikawa was 3rd, Rahm was T7. So if he would have birdied that last hole, he would have T5, which would have reduced the payout, but at least I would have won that one. It would have been kind of cool. So great week. So I got 105 units last week, plus 105. So the standings are currently at, you are minus 479, I am minus 257.
And we checked the math. You were right on your math last episode. We were
Thank you for
going back and forth. It was just odd that you only won was 8 units or something like that.
Yeah,
it was just
I try and do it so at least if one bet hits, I get my money back.
Yeah,
and then anything over that is gravy after that point. So, that's what we got so far with where the scoreboard stands. Do you have 5 picks?
I went 4 this time actually.
Okay, well I guess I will
change it up.
I'll go first. So I got someone that you picked last week, Justin Rose. I'm going top 10. Odds are plus 360, 22 units on that one.
Okay. I'm going, got 4 picks. Not really changing it up, kind of sort of, not really. I'm going parlay here, Matt Fitzpatrick, top 20. Jordan Spieth. So, top 2 guys, right? Mm-hmm. Matt Fitzpatrick, top 20. Jordan Spieth, top 10. That's plus 316, 30 units. So, it's a weaker field. Take the top guys. Let's go.
That's fair. So I've got another parlay, kind of similar-ish. I got a Seamus Power top 20, Matt Fitzpatrick top 10. Odds are plus 417, 20 units on that one. So again, something that arguably should hit. The odds are very good for those. So we'll see.
Okay, and kind of along the same lines here. Another parlay actually, going Joel Dahman top 20. The old what is it? Not a bucket hat, but he's got the little the hats. What kind of hats are called? You ever seen him with what the heck's it called?
Bucket hat,
it's not a bucket hat, I don't think, because it doesn't curve.
The one of our.
Oh man, I can't see the name. I don't see a distinctive name for it.
I'm gonna find it right now because.
Oh yeah, I guess they could be called a bucket hat. Okay. I think a bucket has to curve at the top, the bill curves.
I get what you're saying.
But his is flat. But he's bucket hat guy. He always wear bucket hats. So let's go, baby.
I like that one. I'm trying to think if there is a new way to say it because.
And what I saw is just bucket hat. Roback's got some nice ones here. I'm seeing.
Talking about these type of hats.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they just released some. The brand I just showed you. That's why I thought about that.
Joel Dahman, let's go, bucket hat boy.
Bucket hat boy. Do you have a bucket hat?
Yeah, never wear it.
So maybe you need to rock it this weekend.
Victor Hovland top 10. Those 2 parlay together. That's plus 596, 30 units. Again, Dahmen's up there. I think top like 10 as far as odds goes, and then Hovland I think like top 5 as far as odds goes. So just two guys that are heavily favored and parlaying them together.
I like it. I got the defending champ next pick. So Tom Hoagie, top 5 plus 450, 19 units on that one.
I feel like Hoagie. That needs like a nickname. You need to call him like Buns or something. Like a hoagie, like a sandwich.
I was like, Buns? That's a very random.
Buns. That'd be a good nickname, man.
Wow.
Buns.
Is he going to play at Waste Management? We'll pitch it to him. We'll see
Tom Buns Hoagie.
Let's get like a embroidered buns on his a Wonder Bread.
That's a cool nickname.
Thing on his thing. That's a cool nickname. But hey, yo, Buns, come over here. Get your buns over here.
Maybe it's not because people call like people buns that are bad. Have you heard that?
No.
That's like a
done.
Yeah, no, it's like
Dunce,
like they're bad. Like, man, that guy's buns. You ever heard that? I've seen that on Twitter. That's a thing.
I've never heard that before. Hey, yo, your buns.
Man,
I've heard like your dog
buns.
water, like your trash.
Yeah.
I never heard
buns. It's like
before.
cheeks, like he's cheeks.
I get that. I heard that one before.
Yeah, but it's like people like it's interchangeable. They're synonyms, Buns. That's a good name, though. Hoagie, Buns.
All right, well you can pitch
We'll
it.
We'll workshop it.
I don't know about we. I think you can workshop that one.
We'll workshop that one.
All right, my fourth one here I just went. So now it's your turn.
Yep.
I'm about to go again.
You got Buns Hoagie over there.
I got
I'm going M&M's over here. Maverick McNeely.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Maverick McNeely. We're reaching here. Top 5. I don't really usually do these.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 plus 400, 32 units.
Oh. Nice. 32. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
All right. I've got
Good show.
Yeah, that's a great show. I got Jordan Spieth here as my 4th pick. I told him I said I think he'd win outright, but for betting corner, I'm going to go no outrights this week. I'm going to go top 5. Odds are plus 280, 27 units.
I almost didn't go outright, but I stuck with it. We're going with it. Seamus Power, like I said, outright plus 1,900, 8 units.
I like it. All right, well, my last one, I texted you about this one because I had like 12 rent units left, and I didn't really know what to do with them, and I was kind of all over the place, and I didn't want to go an outright, which this is not an outright because it can happen anytime, but it's not likely, of course. But one of the options on DraftKings is, will there be an albatross? And the odds for yes are plus 900. So I said, damn right there's going to be an albatross this week. Put 12 units on that bad boy.
You asked me about it. Like, can I do this? I'm like,
well,
you told me like what it was. You told me it was an albatross. I was like, go for it, dude.
Yeah.
You go for it.
I just want to make sure because I don't want us to be like, oh no, it has to. For betting corner, we're only going to bet on people.
I don't.
So
I've seen that there's like head-to-heads. So I text you like, which one do you look? What are you looking at?
Yeah.
And it was like head-to-heads. Like I've seen them. I never really saw the albatross thing, but I was perusing through. They have like you can get like 3-way winner where they give you like Spieth, Fitzpatrick, somebody else to like win. The odds are just reduced. And,
yeah. I think it's fun. It's something a little bit different. I'm not going to be doing this probably maybe ever again. But I need to manage my 100 units a little bit better. But I just had 12 left, and again, I just didn't want to do an outright, so I threw it on this bad boy right here. And I'm really hoping that
I didn't know if you were
shorter course this week. So it's not.
I was gonna look
unlikely.
see how many par 5s there were, but then I remember there was 3 courses. I'm like, I'm not doing that much research yet.
No,
I didn't know if you were like looking like digging deep and like, oh man, there's been like 6 albatrosses here in the last 2 years.
No. I just went like I got 12 units left. I like the odds on this one. It pays me back my money at least. I didn't want to go to another top 5 because I'd have to stretch to only do 12 units on a top 5. I have to go really down there to at least get my money back, like plus 600-700 to get my money back, maybe a little more than that. So
it's a weak field. Maybe somebody can come through.
It's possible. This is definitely a tournament that it can happen. So we'll see.
All right. Well, that's going to do this section. We have an interview coming up right after this, so stay tuned, and we'll see you next week for how that albatross bet goes.
That's right. And for a good week next week. Maybe we'll have special guests next week on the show.
We're gonna have a good week next week. Yeah, I'm gonna have a huge cheat meal after my half
Oh,
marathon,
that's
so
right.
I'm prepared for that.
You have your half
I'm
marathon
gonna
next week.
do something crazy, just eat my body weight in
Oh
something.
my god, jeez. Let me know. I won't. I unfortunately will not be here. I
Yeah,
wish I
you won't
was.
be here. That's right.
I'll be
So
in. I'll be in middle of Iowa. So if you're from Iowa, I ain't got nothing to do over there. So I heard. I know this is actually true. My sister lives there. There's more pigs than there are people in Iowa. Bam, mic drop. That's how we end it.
all right,
Enjoy the interview.
enjoy the interview. Bye.
All right. Thank you guys for continuing to listen to the Cactus Golf podcast. Super excited for another interview I have for you guys. We brought on Noah Miller, one of the founders of the page Courses You Need to Play. And if you haven't seen their social media accounts, you've got to check it out, especially if you're a golfer. I mean, if you're a golfer, I think it's a no-brainer at this point. You've got to follow them. They put out some amazing content, just amazing. Some courses that we all have heard of, and some courses that aren't as popular, and you start to see them, you're like, that's in that state? Like, seriously? I'm going to check this course out. So I'm super excited to have you on here, Noah, and just wanted to say thank you so much for giving everyone some of your time.
No, thank you, Matt. I'm super stoked to be here.
Absolutely. So talk a little bit about your page that you guys created, and what inspired you guys to start this page.
Yeah, for sure. So, I run it with two other guys. We're good friends. We started it in August, so we're relatively new still.
Oh my God, in August.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're still pretty fresh. We've had some exponential growth, I think a little more than expected at this rate.
Yeah.
But it's funny. So, just a couple of guys who got the golf bug a few years ago. And I think anybody who's played can relate to this. We just haven't been able to stop thinking about it, can't let it go. It's what we think about, morning, day, and night. So
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
yeah.
I
And
can't August. That blows my mind. I mean, I was gonna get to this piece a little bit later, but like all of your following on not only Instagram but TikTok and also on YouTube. Is there any other platforms that you guys are on besides those?
No, as of right now, just those three.
So a little over around 66,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
66,000 followers since August.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Jesus.
I mean, when we first started out, I think after the first couple months, we were sitting around 2,000 or 3,000 followers.
Yeah.
And we got together, we're like, okay, guys, if we keep up this rate, by December of 2023, we'll hit 50,000. And now we're at 50,000. So we're about 12 months ahead. I don't know what the future is going to bring. I don't know if we're going to keep up that rate of growth, but it's been so much fun. It's been so cool to connect with like this community that just appeared from seemingly out of nowhere, and people messaging us with cool golf courses and their recommendations. And then, seeing them say, hey, we appreciate it. I've never heard of this course. And it's really cool to be a part of.
That's what I was going to ask. What's your favorite thing about running the page? Is it interacting with other people that, reach out to you guys?
Yeah, 100% interacting with people and being a part of that community that had no idea was even there.
I honestly have no idea either. We started our page in our community a little over a year and a few days. And the golf community is something different, man. It's different. People bond together. People really they come together, probably because of how hard the sport is. I mean, everyone gets their ass kicked on the course. They're trying to throw some love somewhere to each other.
Everybody's very humble in the game of golf.
incredibly humble. Yeah. But it's just everyone gets along, and everyone's got different opinions on everything in life, and that's fine. That's whatever. But the golf community is just different. I've been a part of different industries before, and even just thinking of the word competition in golf is just everyone's there trying to boost each other up. So that's amazing to be so new and to see that much growth and to get that community feeling so quick. That's just exciting. So my question for you is I guess a couple of questions that come to mind, and some of those questions is things that I just want to ask you, because us trying to grow our page too as well is what do you think in your opinion got you guys this growth so quickly? Is it just the content being unique? Is it something that the page is just not something like this before? What do you think?
I think it's a combination of a few things, Matt. I think one, it's so hard to find niches these days. Everything is taken. Every idea is out there, and it's extremely hard to come up with something new.
Yeah.
And reviewing golf courses is nothing new. That's been done a million times. But I think the way we do it and our videos are a little bit unique in far as explaining it with the drone flyover, with the green screen in the background, and trying to find, it's, of course, we've highlighted the Pebble Beaches and the Bandon Dunes and the big golf courses, but kind of those golf courses that you wouldn't necessarily think of that are really nice, but that are kind of buried, like that are kind of hidden, but everybody should have the opportunity to play. So I think that's one. It's definitely being unique. And just as much, I think it's being consistent. Like the first couple months, like I said, we only had 1,000, 2,000 followers. We weren't really growing too much, but we were posting twice a day. We were absolutely grinding regardless every single day. We didn't miss a single day. And that consistency, I think, catches up. You finally get put out, you have some luck, you get put out on a big page or somebody reposts, and the community kind of starts to build little by little. And, all of a sudden it just kind of happens and you click. And I feel like you don't really stop. Once you gain momentum, if you keep on that consistency, it doesn't stop. And it's easy in the beginning. I felt honestly so dumb, like speaking to my 500 followers, like, hey guys, this is whatever. It's like, nobody's following us. Nobody likes our content, whatever. But people will love it. Just they haven't seen it yet. And you have to give them the opportunity to do so. And consistency is the only way.
I agree 100%. And sometimes, like I've said this on previous episodes before too, is like some people can pour their heart and soul to on like one piece of content and they're like, this is the one, this one's going viral right here. And they post it and they're checking their phone, and it's just nothing. A couple views and a couple likes. And then one they put together in like 5-10 minutes, they post, and all of a sudden everyone loves it. It's like, oh, what? Just makes no sense.
I know.
The algorithm itself, you just gotta be consistent, like you said, and sometimes one day it's just gonna take off and it's just gonna roll. And obviously it did for you guys. So 100%. Do you guys only review courses in the United States, or do you review courses all throughout the world?
All throughout the world. I mean, we focus primarily on the United States just because that's where our base following is from. I know I was looking at our statistics. That's not the word. Our
analytics.
Thank you. And I think we have like 9% in Canada. We have like 1% in Mexico. We've highlighted courses in Mexico and Canada. We did one in like Croatia. That was really cool. So periodically we'll dip our feet into some exotic places, but mainly we stick to the US.
Do any courses reach out to you guys and say, hey, I would love if you guys, check us out or something like that? Do they do that?
Totally. All the time. Yeah.
That's awesome. They ever offer you like, hey, come play around over here. You can get some original content.
Yeah. So we tag the golf courses we post.
Yeah.
And I would say about honestly, like 25% of the time, the courses will reach back out and say, hey, whenever you're down here next, you guys, come on, we got you.
That's really cool.
So
that's
awesome.
Really
cool. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm not trying to be like a pessimist here. Do you ever fear that you're going to run out of courses eventually? Has that thought ever crossed your mind? Like, which you guys can kind of like branch out to and do something else? Or like, do you plan on like reposting some videos?
Yeah, it has. And we have had that discussion. Luckily, there are endless golf courses out there, and we haven't even, scratched the surface of them all.
Man. Yeah.
But we definitely will repost them, especially because like we highlighted some really cool courses, dude, when we had 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 followers. So that 45K other didn't see.
Exactly.
So it's like we wanted, it wouldn't be necessarily bad because 99% of our audience hasn't seen it yet.
Exactly. No, I totally agree with you. What's your favorite course that you've reviewed?
Ooh, that's so hard. A lot of the courses I haven't played. So I'll give you two. I'll give you my favorite course that I've played and reviewed and one that I reviewed.
You must be reading my notes because that's literally what I have right here is to ask you if you played it and what's if not. That's great.
Putting me on the spot, man. It's so hard. But and this is a basic answer. I hope you're not disappointed, but it has to be Bandon Dunes.
Okay. Interesting.
It has to be Bandon Dunes. It's just they have several courses. They're all on the water. It's not like crazy expensive too. It's not like Pebble Beach. Of course, Pebble Beach is a bucket list item, but
of course,
maybe one day I'll have $3,600 to spend on a round. Right now, I don't.
Exactly.
But I could splurge and spend $300 on a green fee at Bandon Dunes for sure.
Absolutely.
And just like the natural beauty of it all, and how it was just like, I don't know, a lot of what they didn't really build the course. They kind of discovered it and left a lot of parts as is. And I think that's such a cool piece about it.
That really is. I totally agree with you on that one. So you
Mm.
you have not played that one, you said, correct?
I have not played Bandon Dunes.
Gotcha. I haven't
And
either.
now,
So I've heard obviously so much about it, but
yeah,
I would love to. But again, it is like, if to me, I thought your answer was going to be, so you said if I'd be disappointed, I thought you were going to say Augusta. So I feel like, I
no.
mean, Augusta is another classic one that everyone
Mhm.
wants to play. It's a fantastic course. So I was thought you were going to go that way. So I'm glad actually you went a little bit
Yeah.
different.
No, my feet will probably never touch Augusta grass, but Bandon Dunes is a
Yeah, it's
legit dream that can be accomplished
totally attainable. Totally attainable.
for sure.
So what's the best course you have played then?
Now I'm like second guessing myself. I'm I'm from the Valley,
Yep.
so there's a ton of Arizona courses that I love. I love Huecopa if you've ever played there.
Yep.
I
Yep.
love Quintero, all
Yep.
those. But to be honest, I and this might be a hot take, but I
Mhm.
think some of the most underrated golf is in Utah.
Ooh, okay. I can see that. Utah's got some beautiful landscape up there.
It's different, right? So
Yeah.
like in the desert, you have the desert landscape and Cactus,
Yep.
and it can be hilly sometimes, and you have certain mountains in certain place. But
Absolutely.
Utah in the summer, you can only play half the year, which sucks. But it is 6 months out of the year. It is pristine. It's beautiful. You have gorgeous picturesque backdrop mountains on every hole. And it's like surreal playing there. And the best part is it's super cheap. Like you
Yeah.
can play anywhere in Utah for 50 to 60 bucks, 18 holes. And that's just not doable in Arizona in peak season.
No. And especially next weekend, the weekend of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It
Super
is
Bowl and waste management.
it
Phoenix
is
is going to be absolutely insane.
it's nuts. I've got my dad and my uncle flying out here again, and my dad's reaching out to me, and he's like, he's trying to find some course that's at least again reasonable, because a lot of these courses are going a little crazy. Have you ever heard of the course Rolling Hills?
I haven't in Arizona.
Yeah, it's in Tempe.
I haven't.
It's an executive course. It's tough. It's a good course if you're a beginner, if you just want to get out and play. I'm not knocking it. I've played it many times. I used to live right down the street from it, so I use the driving range a lot. But my he's texting me. He's like, "What about Rolling Hills?" And I'm like, "Geez, this is how bad it's getting. Like, this is how it's getting rough." Have you ever played any courses in Tucson?
I've never played any courses in Tucson. No.
We're going down on Thursday, the week of waste management, because there's a lot of courses some really nice courses, Arizona National, and we're playing Quarry Dunes Pine. I forget what the heck it is. $80. Not bad. Not bad.
I've heard there's great golf down there for cheaper. So
yeah. No,
I
absolutely.
should definitely get out there for sure.
So I think so. What course have you played? Any courses you said in Utah, right?
Yeah. So I was just trying. There's one called Mountain Dell, and that's like right in Salt Lake City, up a canyon called Parley's Canyon. And but down south, it's in a town called Payson. It's called Hobble Creek, but you are just engulfed in mountains the entire time.
Wow.
The entire time.
That's awesome.
And
that's really cool. So you're telling me if I slice my drive, it'll bounce back in the fairway?
It will.
That's
pretty much will.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So it's a cool place. If you ever get the chance, you have to check it out. And I mean, it's a lot. I mean, from Arizona, it's probably like a 10-hour drive, but
yeah, a little bit.
Definitely worth it.
Oh, for sure. No, if there's I've been to Utah a couple times, and it's beautiful up there. Very, very beautiful. All right. I got one more question for you. We got here is, what's your 5-year plan for this page?
Yeah, that's a good question. 5-year plan. And it might be a little bit ambitious, but we all want to quit our jobs within the next 1 to 2 years, honestly.
Yeah.
And the goal is to keep growing the community. And we're kind of developing our YouTube channel right now. Do something in that sense. Maybe even, start a podcast, or just constantly trying to evolve. I think that's what's most important in this, quote unquote business, influence, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But constantly evolving and trying to provide more value to everybody that you can, so they want to tune in and listen to your stuff and watch you.
Said the word right there. You said the word, man. Value.
Yeah.
Value. It goes a long way, man. A lot of people think of starting a business, and they're like, how can I make money? How can I do this? How can I do that? No, it's how can I provide value? You said it.
Yeah.
You said it, man. I love that. I love it. It's fantastic. I think you guys are you guys obviously have had a fantastic start, not even a whole year into this. And you didn't even start during golf season too, like right at the tail end of it, and you still like blew up. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like for you guys, amount of growth and the community that you're going to continue building as the golf season comes up. I'm really, really excited for you guys. And I'm excited to continue following and excited to follow. I'm going to have to, every time I go visit a different state, I'm going to have to go back to your guys' stuff and figure out what course I'm going to play.
For sure. Yeah, we keep them in the highlight bubble, so they're easy to track down.
Smart, man. That's very smart. That's very smart.
But yeah, thanks for having me on, dude. Next time you're in Nashville, you got a group to play with, and even when I know we're planning some trips out to Phoenix soon, we'll hit you up and we'll get around in.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Where can everyone find your guys' page at?
Yeah, so we're at Courses You Need to Play. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube right now. So yeah, really appreciate if you follow along, and we're excited for what's to come.
Let's do it, man. And I again second that one. You guys definitely need to follow them. Amazing content. Like you said, you guys are consistent. You post multiple times a day. There's always fresh content out there. I love it, dude. I wish nothing but the best to you guys, and thank you guys for listening to this episode. If you haven't, of course, go follow them first before you even do anything else. Stop the podcast. Go on social media. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, follow them on everything. After that, then you can go ahead and like the podcast, leave a review, comment, share with everyone else. Noah, I appreciate you, man. I, again, wish you guys the best, and thank you guys all for listening, and we'll see you next week.